Hey, got another level 27 invasion video for you, and this time we're using Marika's hammer. This took me a little bit of effort to be able to use because the amount of faith I have is, I think, 8, 9, possibly 8. Like you can see, actually, yeah, it's 8 because I've got 10 there because I've got 2 with the hood, the big hood, and I still need 10 in order to use the hammer. So I have to use my flask of physique with the faith thing on it. Forgotten where I got that. Got it from like some Erdtree spirit or something, possibly. But what I've got in that flask is just added holy damage and the plus 10 to faith, so I can use this hammer and it does a bit of damage. I've got the scorpion talisman, so I get a little bit of extra damage because all of that, like a yellow AoE, that is all holy damage. And this was by far one of the most fun kind of little builds that I messed around with. It's stupid. It's not very hard to use because the only button you pretty much press is L2 at all times. Dodge and press L2, and that's pretty much it. And it's really good fun. I had loads of fun with it. Like, this is one of my lengthier encounters is on here. Like, these guys obviously were like trying to gank. They were hanging around just waiting to have people invade, and I had fun fighting them. Like, Rivers of Blood, always fun to fight against. But yeah, this is one of the longer fights. Like, most of them were really, really quick. I would just run into a room, press L2 a couple of times, and everyone was dead. We're going to see that as the video progresses. It was a bit of a challenge to be able to put this together because I have to wear this stupid, massive great hood, which gives you 2 faith and 2 intelligence, and you get that in the mountaintops of the giants. It's one of the solutions to a painting that you find in Sol's Castle, I believe. I'm just doing that straight from my memory, but I think it's Sol's Castle. You look at the painting there, and then you go up to one of the bridges that's in the Land of the Giants, and it's as you go around, it's like the first kind of bridge. You have to go past a big skeleton, and you can get the big hood, and that gives you like 2 in intelligence, 2 in faith. The talismans, I had to use the strength talisman, Star Scourge talisman, in order to get my strength up, and I also had to use the I think it's Marika's Sword Seal, the Scar Seal, whatever it is, the one that gives you dexterity, like health, and all the gubbins, But it gave me strength as well, so it meant that I could use the hammer. I could have used the strength in the flask, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to have the flask as just the faith and just the holy damage. I could have also used the 2 fingers talisman, and I could have used the other Sword Seal, Scar Seal, that gives you faith. I could have done that, but that would have meant I would have taken a little bit too much damage. It's already taken quite a bit of damage with the scorpion talisman. So yeah, it was pretty difficult to put together, just because my character has 8 faith. So being able to use this, I think it has you need to have 20 faith in order to use the hammer. Weird thing is, you can still press L2 and do the animation and get like a kind of a normal physical hit out, even if you don't have the faith requirements, which is kind of fun. I found that out a couple of times when I went in to try and hit people and I hadn't had to use my flask, but it still does the animation. You still get that out. It still does like quite a bit of strength at this level. It's quite a bit of damage at this level just because of your strength. It just doesn't do all that holy damage, but it is great fun to use. It's got a lot of mobility. You just kind of like jump around ridiculously. It's got so much hyper armor as well, like a poise armor, like whatever you want to call it. Like, basically when you jump in the air, you have to be hit a couple of times before it'll knock you out, like about 3 or 4 times, or I had to get hit like by quite hard hits in order to be knocked out of it. But quite often you would just tank through Sometimes that would kill me because someone would just make me bleed out within the time I'd kind of landed on the ground. But the great thing is, like, when you're fighting like teams, like, they can't really sneak up behind you. If you're doing the like a hit, because it's an AoE. Although, like, you can get backstabbed quite easily if there's a few people and they get around you just before you do the actual animation. They can backstab you quite easily because it's got that bit of a wind up, and you can do the backstab there. Also, if someone actually knows what they're doing, or just times the roll and they're not like panic rolling, it's very easy to roll away from. Like, I found that with like quite a few people who are actually quite good at PvP. Like, they could get away from it quite often. I had to like kind of mess with the timings of when I was doing it. Like, but this is nice though. Knock this guy straight out of his Scarlet Rock Dragon there, which I was quite happy about. I don't know why he tried to parry me there, or jumping up in the air. I don't think you can parry this. I don't think I've had anyone parry me at all with it. But I think this is one where I knock him off the, yeah, beautiful. That made me laugh so much, just knocking him off the rampart there. Him or her, we don't know. They're non-gendered. I could be fighting against anyone or anything at this point. Like, someone could have like hooked up a dog to a control pad. They could be fighting them. And to be honest, some of the people I was fighting, I wouldn't be surprised if it was some kind of pet hamster or something just having a dance on the control pad. But, you know, it's low-level invasions. You don't expect to have the best of the best out there, which is one of the reasons why I do it, because I'm not one of the best of the best. Although every so often something happens that makes me a little bit happy. Like fighting this Moonveil guy, I kind of saw what he was doing. I kind of read him. I kind of figured out what he was up to. So I just got my shield out and I just got ready. Waited for the parry, and of course, he turned around and boom, there we go. Lovely little ending to the video. Anyway, get Marika's hammer. It's great fun. Catch you later.